Hi, data science folks. Today I will show you how to use .loc function to replace values in Python using pandas. So this is a real data set. So it has around 54,000 records or rows, but I cut it down to 9,000 something. But you will find here there are some values. So let first to start going to the Jupyter notebook. You see, I first import NumPy, pandas, Seaborn, matplotlib, and also I imported my data, CSV data, which has around 9,000 plus rows. So after I imported dataset in Jupyter notebook, these are the columns. So let's run this one. So these are the columns. You see some columns, and then you find here one column is age. Usually age is a numeric variable, it should be numeric column. But here what happens when I when I selected the variables for the data frame, so go down, I just check the data frame type, and it is actually pandas core data frame. But when I use this function to see data types, dtypes function, see there are some variables or columns: country, gender, age, work or not, work value scale, job ch scale, health status, and you see all the variables are loaded as object. That means now in present form, pandas already, or Python already selected, already determined, already identified all the columns, all the variables as object or string. But in reality, or in research, or in statistics, for example, or in demography, age is not an object, not a string variable. Age is actually a numeric variable. So in Python, it is either float variable type or int or integer variable type. Let's see what happens. So when you want to use the sum function for this particular variable of age, so let's run this one. It cannot run the sum. You see, it returned us all the specific values inside this column. You see all the age, those are responded by the respondents are here. If it is in this form, then we cannot run any type of analysis, because what happens inside the column is, you see, so these are the variables, but if you closely look at these are the values, but if you closely look at the numbers, then you see in some places it is no answer, no, and then space, and then answer. So these are the culprits actually inside the column column values actually. So that is why we cannot run anything. We cannot do anything with the present form of the variable. So what happens in the original data set? You see, it was stored in SPSS. So I show you SPSS. So this is a big, huge data set. So you go there, We go there. I just go to analyze, go descriptive statistics, and then for example frequency. If I choose age, for example, if I want to take age, for example, I click run. So you see age of respondents. These are all the valid responses, and these are the frequencies, these are percentage and the cumulative percentage. So there is a problem. You see, total 9,172 respondents responded their age, and in total it was 9,183 responses, but no answer has 11 frequencies. So 11 respondents responded their age, did not respond their age, and rather they said no answer. So what happens actually? This is the problem. So we have these 11 records which has this which have this type of no answer values. So come again to Jupyter notebook and see how can we fix this problem. So this is a .loc function. So what happens? We put the data frame's name and then dot and then loc, and then again we put the data frame and the variable, and we try to identify where are the records with no answer. Remember, no answer, and in between no and answer there is a space, so we have to give some space there for one character. And then dot replace. After dot replace, we say what should be changed with what. So we are trying to change no answer and then comma, and we want to put nothing in the place of no answer, and then again comma, and then we say in place equals true. That means in place equals true means everything where no answer, there will be nothing in all places. So let's run this one. There is a small warning, so never mind with this warning. And then what happens if we run the data frames info? It's still, you see, object, but the thing is we already replaced our variable. I mean we already replaced our value of no answer into small places, I mean empty places. But remember, we noticed that when we try to see the data types, we found it is still in object. Why? Because it was in object form, it was in string form, and we did not change this string form to the numeric form. So what should we do now? Variable to numeric, because still in a string format. So we use the data frame and we pass the variable name or column name, and then on the other side of the equal sign we pass the same thing until here, and then dot apply, and then pt dot to numeric. So this is the function we're actually now trying to convert our string variable, which is age, at its current format, and we're changing now to numeric. So let's run this one, and there is a small warning again. So now you see here all the objects still. If we run the same function again, you see this one has been changed. So now it's in float format, float data type. So others are still object or string format, and this one has been changed now to float. So now if we run this sum again, the sum function, you see these are the previous formats. So if we run this one, now it's gone. Now the sum of all the ages respondents have responded is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 435,000 plus is total ages of 9,000 people. So that means we can now do some graphics or graphical analysis. So let's say we use the Seaborn package for the distribution plot, and I pass the variable age. I use the rug equal to true, hist equal to true, and KDE equal to true. So if I run this one, you see this is the distribution plot. There's a small rugs, and these are the histogram bars, and this is the distribution plot. So this is quite a helpful tips to find out, because I was struggling to find out this problem, and I tried to find the functions, but it was very difficult to find this function. Then I did some trial and error, and then I noticed this one. So if I do to change the data, I mean variable type, using this function at first hand, it will not work. So we have to somehow do the replacement using LOC function, and then we have to convert the string to numeric. So this is all about how to use LOC function and replace function to replace values inside the column, inside the variable records, and also to show, also to change the variable type from string to numeric. I mean, it can be float, it can be integer. So this is all for now.